So before we get to distance and midpoint, we need to talk a little bit about rectangular coordinates or the Cartesian plane or the coordinate plane. So all these are kind of the same thing. The Cartesian plane, so Cartesian plane, or rectangular coordinates or the XY plane. It's just kind of a grid here where I have horizontal and a vertical axis. So I have my x-axis usually going horizontally and my vertical axis going, my y-axis being vertical. How we kind of measure things off in the Cartesian plane is we have marks going horizontally and marks going vertically. To the right and up, these are positive. To the left and down, these are both negative. The way we plot points is always xy. So we start at the origin, go in the x direction, then in the y direction, positive or negative depending. So for example, if we were going to plot some points here, so here's x, here's y. Let's let my first point be 1, 3. So let's see, mark off some points. If I'm going to plot the point 1, 3, that's 1 in the positive x direction, 3 in the positive y direction. So how did we go there? We went 1 in the x direction, then up 3 in the y direction. If I'm going to plot the point -2, 4. So I'm going to start at the origin and go left 2, because I have a negative, then up 4. So here's my point B. That was my point A. How about the point C, which is -4, 0. So this says go -4 left, and then neither up nor down, so we're right there on the x-axis. So that's how we plot points in the xy plane. If we look at my xy plane one more time here, we have quadrants. They start with both x being positive, both x and y being positive. That's my first quadrant, and then we go counterclockwise. So quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So if we go back real quick to my A, B, and C here, A is in quadrant 1, B is in quadrant 2, and C is in neither or none of the quadrants. It's not any of them because it's on the x-axis. So if we're going to plot points, just remember you're going to go x and then y. To determine the quadrant, the one where they're all positive, both x and y are positive, is your quadrant 1, and then go counterclockwise for quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4.